take yourself too seriously.
What?
I know. Clee, what kind of advice is this? Don't you usually say, don't take yourself too seriously? Well, it's the advice I'm sharing with you today that has helped me move faster, better, and get places I wouldn't have gotten unless I applied this advice. Take yourself too seriously. I'm saying this to you specifically because you're a visionary. Well, I'm assuming you're a visionary because you clicked on this show, and this show is for visionaries, which means you are building something you were called by God to create. So, if you don't take yourself seriously, that means you're not taking what God told you to do seriously. Yes, I'm going there right off the bat. Like, we haven't even gotten to the intro. We haven't even had the intro music yet. You're listening to the Build Your Vision podcast, a podcast series about maneuvering the ups and downs of building a life that you're proud of, captured in real time. A community where dreamers become doers, and doers become world changers. Let's go. What's up? I'm Clee, the visionary, and this is the Build Your Vision show, the #1 show in the world for young visionaries who are serious, not just curious, about building a life they are proud of, and I'm here to give you the tools that you need. Okay, so I wanted to share a clip that I recorded of myself a little while back that quickly addresses what I mean when I say take yourself too seriously. Here it is.
I just want to tell the camera and you guys, sometimes you need to take yourself too seriously. And when I say that, I mean not in a way that you're not down to earth, not in a way that you aren't remaining with the essence of humility, but so often we downplay ourselves or have deprecating humor of ourselves when it's really not necessary. It actually serves against us in a lot of ways. And I just had a situation. I'm saying this because I just went through that, and I'm like kind of upset with myself because I am on this beginning of this entrepreneurial journey, and I'm talking to people who are finding out that I'm no longer at the job that people knew that I was at, and that I'm working for myself. And have you ever done this where you're texting someone or something, or even talking the way we talk now? You might say something that is can be taken a certain way or something like that, and you put LOL at the end just to lighten the mood. I just did that, but it was me talking about my business. The crazy thing is, however you show up, that's how the other person's gonna show up. So if you're late, probably the next time they're not gonna be pressed to show up on time. If you respond to messages and emails not in a timely manner, they're not going to respond to your emails in a timely manner. You get what I'm saying? So when you are self-deprecating and don't take yourself seriously, they're not going to take you seriously either. And it happened like that. They were oh, okay, LOL. And I knew just from the tone of the response, I was oh, wow, I did that to myself. I set myself up to not be taken seriously when I could have just left it how it was and taken myself a little too seriously, because I am serious about what I'm doing. This is a note to Cleavon. This is a note to you if I do end up releasing this. Be about your business. Don't be apologetic. Take yourself seriously. And if people take that the wrong way, it's better to know who you are and be taken the wrong way than to show up as someone you're not and be taken the wrong way anyway. Because the perception that they have is not the one I want them to have. And I didn't even show up as myself. If I did show up as myself and they still took it the wrong way, at least they know who I am. So it's just when you do that to yourself, you don't win. You just lose on both sides. And I'm never doing that again. I was never doing that again.
Does that make sense at all, y'all? How you show up the first time is how you will be remembered. Don't show up sheepish. Sheep get sheared, slain, and slaughtered. Now, I know a lot of you listening to the show are Christians, which is awesome. It's my goal to actually build a community of believers. So that means it's working. But I'm going to be honest. Sometimes y'all really get on my nerves. Not going to lie. And I'm not saying it's you. But it could be. Some holier than thou person is saying right now, but Jesus was the lamb who was slain, Clee. So aren't we supposed to be more like Jesus? Oh, I'm so glad you said that. You just set yourself up for some Bible. So let's just go there right now. Yes, absolutely. We are supposed to aim to be more like Jesus. John 15:5, I'm the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. That sounds pretty confident. Okay, that's not enough. John 14:6, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Man, that sounds pretty confident. Okay, Matthew 4:19, come follow me and I will show you how to fish for people or make you fishers of men. Sound like he knows what he's doing, don't it? John 11:25, I am the resurrection and the life. Anyone who believes in me will live even after dying. That's a bold statement. Mark 14:62, Jesus said, I am, and you will see the Son of Man seated in the place of power at God's right hand and coming on the clouds of heaven. Look, y'all, guys, Jesus even gave himself a nickname. He said, and you will see the Son of Man. He gave himself the nickname. Jesus was the most humble, but most self-assured person in Earth's history. Because the only way it's possible for someone to say what this man was saying is to either be right or be delusional. And we know Jesus didn't suffer from any mental health disorders, so he was right. It happened. I love this quote from one of my friends, Pace. He's actually on the show, I think episode 106. Check it out if you haven't. But he said this in one of his sermons. He said, humility isn't insecurity. Humility comes from knowing who you are so much that you don't have to prove it. Humility isn't insecurity. Humility comes from knowing who you are so much that you don't have to prove it. Arrogance isn't overconfidence. What it really is an insecurity in which you have to get other people to agree with what you want to be. Not even who you are, who you want them to think you are. My God. Look, guys, I know this has been a high energy show. I'm going to tone it down a little bit here. I'm not saying to be boastful. I'm saying to be self-assured and stop selling yourself short. We can have a level beyond confidence. We can have Godfidence because what we are building isn't for ourselves. It's for the glory of God. And if God's hand is on what you are doing and you don't take yourself seriously, you aren't downplaying yourself. You're downplaying your God. Some might be saying, well, how do I know if God has called me to create what I'm creating? This is actually a fabulous question, and it's something that I struggle with deeply on a personal level. And we're going to embark on a new series. I'm so excited for this series, guys. We're going to embark on a new series to start off season 4. Wow, we are 4 seasons in. To start off season 4 of the show. And we're going to go deep on getting you clear so that you can execute at a level that you have never executed before. So, guys, subscribe to the show, follow the show. You do not want to miss any of these upcoming episodes. And please, if this episode or this show has added value to you at any point, please leave a review and please share it with one friend that you believe needs to hear this and you think that they could benefit from it. I appreciate it so much. Yo, this is the Build Your Vision show. I can't wait to talk to y'all next week. All right, peace.
Executive production by Cleavon Davis. Music production by Cleavon Davis and Christian Hernandez. Build Your Vision podcast is a product of Build Your Vision LLC.